This modest pad belongs to Gabrielle Forrest. And if you've ever seen her in a movie or a play, you have helped pay for it. Like all great stars, Gabby has idiosyncrasies. Oh, I don't mean she keeps a lioness on a golden chain or bathes in goat's milk. No, but whatever Gabby wants, Gabby gets. She is also notoriously late. In fact, we'll probably only see half of the first act of the play we're going to tonight.
Simon, darling, come in.
It was fast.
I'm unbelievably punctual this evening.
You mean you're actually ready? We can leave right now?
I've been sitting at the door like a cat at a mouse hole, just waiting for you to arrive.
It's a miracle.
Ah, who wouldn't be punctual for a date with the famous Simon Templar?
Give him a few minutes. There's no need to rush.
He's scared, Johnny.
No, I'm just careful. Of the Nick 6 time stamp again. Here. You're dead sure about the help, aren't you?
Butler are made off on Thursdays.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go. Beats me how the high fence knows these things. What's the matter? Shh. They're in. Okay, bye. Can you open it?
Yeah.
Oh, of course, the money's fabulous, but, well, one doesn't go to Hollywood to live. One goes to Hollywood to die. Roddy even had my airplane ticket and everything, but then I thought that... Oh, Lord.
What's the matter?
The tickets.
What about them?
Isn't that maddening? I put them on the coffee table in the lounge so I'd be sure to remember them, and then... Oh, Simon, I'm sorry.
I knew I should have bought those tickets myself.
What's taking so long?
That's it. Someone's coming.
I won't be a minute, Simon. Simon.
Call the police.
Police, this is Gabrielle Forrest.
Faster! Faster! She's ran out! Look out!
So one of the bullets hit my front tire and I lost them.
What make of car?
It's a dark green 63 Zephyr.
Simon,
Scotch?
please.
I suggest you don't, Miss Forrest. The evening isn't over yet.
Mr. Fryer.
Pryor.
Mr. Pryor, I do beg your pardon. You are here to investigate a robbery, not dictate Miss Forrest's personal habits.
Mr. Templar, I'm only suggesting that because we have
I what you're suggesting. Miss Forrest has had a severe shock tonight.
Did you get the registration number?
Yes, it was 545 GOP, but it won't do you any good.
I'll be the best judge of that, thank you. Robbins?
Sir? It was a stolen car, fake plates, or both.
545 GOP, dark green. Check on it, will you?
Yes, sir. Mr. Pryor, have you ever come across my old friend, Chief Inspector Claude Eustace Teal?
I know Mr. Teal, yes.
Oh, you sound as though you don't like him.
Mr. Templar, may we please stick to the subject?
Certainly. Go right ahead.
I have a good print here, sir.
Well, it's your job, isn't it? Miss Forrest, I shall require a detailed description of each piece of jewelry, and both of you may be required to come down to the station tonight.
Tonight?
Why?
Well, it'll take a couple of hours for Scotland Yard to check those prints. If it is on the files, you may have to look at some photographs.
Inspector, darling, look, I am a little upset. I don't mean to be uncooperative, but...
Yes, that's to be expected, isn't it, Miss Forrest? After all, it is your jewelry.
Do you know what the high fence will get for this stuff? About half the value. That's £6,000 or £7,000. Get some paper, will you? Some paper.
The man and the girl, they saw you both.
All right, they saw us, so what?
And the light's good and clear.
You've said about 50 times.
Don't worry, love. It'll be all right.
It won't. Robbery's one thing, and I think that's terrible enough, but it's hurting people. It's wrong.
Ah, shut up.
Look, I won't have you talking that way
I'll
to my
talk the
wife.
hell out of you any way I choose. You've been practically puking with fright all night.
I don't like violence.
Why the big panic? We got away, didn't we? We're clear, aren't we? Come on, Johnny, we're laughing.
I'm afraid he's the only one.
Do you agree, Miss Forrest?
Yes, I agree.
Right, pick up Johnny Anworth, will you?
Yes, sir.
He looks kind of pathetic, doesn't he?
No, don't waste your sympathy, Miss Forrest.
Is sympathy ever wasted?
Johnny Anworth has had 6 previous convictions. Petty larceny, fraud, breaking and entering the lot. He is a confirmed, incorrigible criminal. But by the time I'm through with him, I'll have the key.
Oh, to what?
The high fence.
What's that?
Well, the usual code of offense is to pay as little as possible for stolen property. The high fence is different.
And just what do you know about him, Mr. Templar?
I know that he specializes in jewelry and pays twice as much as any other fence in town. He's also doing a thriving business and has poor old Claude Eustace Teal in a lather of frustration. Come on, Gabby.
I'm not quite through.
Mr. Pryor, you can stay up all night and look at dirty pictures if you want to. Miss Forrest and I are going home. Bonsoir.
stay in Marty's in Manchester till things calm down.
All right.
Love, I hate to leave you.
You have before. I'll manage.
Look, I'm scared. Don't you understand that?
Wasn't you about that? You've been scared for 20 years.
Yeah, but this time it's different. Young villains like
It
fashion.
doesn't matter who it is. They'll always push you around.
Oh, now listen, love.
Never mind, Johnny. You'd better go.
Yeah. I'll phone you.
All right.
Bye, love.
Johnny Anworth?
Well, try it once again, Johnny. Who's the high fence?
I never heard of him.
You're lying.
I'm not.
You robbed Gabriel Forrest's house last night.
That's not true.
Mr. Templar and Miss Forrest identified you.
It's a mistake.
Who was with you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Johnny, I'm beginning to lose my patience. Talk.
Now, look, you've got no right to browbeat me.
Right. The right's on my side, and you'd better talk, 'cause I'll put you right through that wall.
That's police brutality.
Someone's been reading the newspapers. Well, Johnny, I apologize. I apologize from the bottom of my heart if I've been in any way brutal. But you and your mate tried to kill a man last night. That's brutality, isn't it?
No, sir,
And you attacked Gabriel Forrest. That's pretty brutal, isn't it?
It's a lie.
You're as guilty as hell, and I know it. But we'll keep everything on a nice, high moral plane and be very, very polite.
Well, it's no more than my legal rights.
You'd wrap yourself in your legal rights and shoot your own mother. Can't you get it through that mud-filled brain of yours that this is your 7th conviction? By the time you're out of Dartmoor, you'll be 90.
My solicitor. I want to talk to my solicitor.
So, Mr. Anworth has a solicitor, has he?
Yeah, I have.
Look, Johnny, talk, and I'll do my best for you. Now, just tell me who the high fence is, and I'll make things easier.
I want my solicitor. I don't want to be self-incriminating.
Oh, all right, phone him. Legal rights solicitors for scum like this. He better be good. Very good.
Can I please speak to Mr. McPherson, please? Mr. McPherson, it's Johnny Anworth speaking.
Your star client.
Well, the fact is, I'm in a little bit of trouble.
Up to here.
Well, I'd certainly appreciate it if you could come down to Newcourt Police Station as soon as convenient.
Now.
Well, they seem to think that I've robbed somebody, but it's all a big mistake. Yes, sir. Fine. Thank you very much, sir. There. He'll be down in an hour.
Splendid. In the meantime, we can continue chatting, very politely, of course.
Mr. Pryor, I'm exhausted. Look, I've had nothing to eat since supper last night. Couldn't I have a sandwich and a cup of tea, maybe?
Robbins,
Yes, sir?
get him something, will you?
But the canteen's closed, sir.
Well, get it from the cafe opposite.
Yes, sir. Cup of tea, love. Cup of tea. And a ham sandwich. We've got a hungry prisoner across the road. Oh, and tea for me as well. And for me, please, dear.
Yes, sir.
Scotland Yard. Get me Inspector Teal, will you, please? Yes, I'll hold on. Are you married, Johnny?
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Excuse me, you got a light, please? Very much. It's all right. Thanks, love.
Yeah. I don't think much of your charm.
Why,
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Anworth, you don't like our tea. Robbins, what do you suggest we get for him?
Some espresso coffee, perhaps?
Oh, no. Why don't you nip out and get half a bottle of champagne and a dozen of oysters? Is the matter?
Awfully look. And clammy.
Well, your solicitor's coming. Would you like us to invite your physician?
No, I'm not kidding this time.
And one moonstone brooch. That the lot?
Yes.
Miss Forrest, the man with Anworth. Can you give me a good description of him?
Well, he was about 6 feet tall, and he had blonde hair. But actually, Mr. Stryker, it happened so fast, and I was so frightened I really didn't get a good look at him.
Yes, of course. What was he wearing?
He had on a suit, a dark suit.
Want to come in?
Morning, Simon. Simon, this is Mr. Stryker.
I know you. Bob Stryker.
That's it. How are you, Templar?
Oh, fine, thanks. What the devil are you doing here?
Well, I'm asking Miss Forrest a few questions. I'm an investigator with Warwick Midland Insurance now.
You left Scotland Yard?
Yes. The same old reason. Warwick offered me nearly double the salary, and I just couldn't afford to say no.
How is the investigation going?
Not very well, I'm afraid. We've had 9 jewel robberies in London in the past 6 months.
9?
Yours is the 10th. The police are utterly baffled.
You mean you don't think I'm going to get my jewelry back?
Well, let's say I'm not very optimistic.
Yes, but the police have arrested this man, Anworth.
Very brilliant of them.
What do you mean?
Well, you and Mr. Templar identified him, and the police had his name and address.
At least it's a start.
Yes, if he talks. I'm going down to see him now.
Don't mind if I come along?
Not at all. Frankly, we need all the help we can get.
See you later.
Bye, Simon.
Right under your nose, right in this room, a man is poisoned. How? Inspector, I just don't know. A man in custody is under the protection of the law. Didn't they teach you that at police college?
Yes,
Then what have you to say for yourself?
Nothing except that I am as distressed as
Distressed? Is that how you put it? Don't you realize what the papers will say about this?
Inspector, I am very sorry that this has
You'll
happened.
be a lot sorrier when the commissioner gets through with you. Well, don't just stand there. Open the door!
Well, the bloodhound of the yard. I thought I recognized your dulcet tones.
What do you want? Morning, Stryker.
Morning, Inspector. Did Anworth tell you anything?
No.
Am I wrong, or do I sense hostility in the air? What's the matter, Claude? Stomachache?
No, and you can go now. I'm busy.
Now, just a moment, Inspector. My company feels very strongly.
I couldn't care less what your company feels, Mr. Stryker.
I'm sorry, Inspector. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm just as anxious to see this case solved as you are.
What did Anworth say, Claude?
Well, you may as well know. It'll be all over London in another couple of hours. Anworth's dead.
What?
Dead?
Poisoned.
How?
We don't know.
You mean he was poisoned here?
Yes, right under Pryor's nose.
How did it happen?
Cyanide in his tea. Enough to kill a regiment.
Have you spoken to his wife?
Not yet.
Logically seems to be the next step to take.
When I want advice from you, I'll ask for it.
There's no need to be so touchy, Claude. I happen to have a special interest in this case.
Oh, you have, eh?
Yes. Miss Gabrielle Forrest is a close friend of mine. Come on, Bob. We'll pay Mrs. Anworth a visit.
You won't go near Mrs. Anworth until I'm through with her. And if you interfere with the police investigation of this case, I'll arrest you so fast you'll wonder what's hit you. Well, what are we waiting for?
Why should I cooperate? Give me one good reason.
Withholding information is a serious offense.
Then arrest me. Poor head. Put me in jail. Hound me the way you did Johnny. 6 arrests.
Johnny was a confirmed criminal.
He was sick and he was frightened. He needed help. And all he got was persecution.
Mrs. Anworth, we're deeply and truly sorry for what happened.
Save your sympathy.
And there'll be a full-scale investigation. I don't blame you for being bitter.
That's very charitable. But it doesn't do much good.
Now, Mrs. Anworth,
Johnny's dead and you killed him.
that's ridiculous.
Mrs. Anworth, that's just not true. Somebody poisoned your husband in order to keep him from talking. You may be able to help us find the man responsible.
And under the law, you're required to...
Who was Johnny with last night?
I don't know.
Have you ever heard of a man called the High Fence?
No?
What did Johnny do with Miss Forrest's jewelry?
Look, Inspector, Johnny never told me anything. If I could answer your questions, I would, but I don't know. You understand? I just don't know. Now, please get out of here and leave me alone.
We'll call again tomorrow when you're calmer.
Don't bother.
Goodbye, Mrs. Edward. Put a man on the Amworth house, 24-hour watch.
Yes, sir.
And Pryor,
Sir?
you were too rough on her.
I don't agree.
All she understands at the moment is that her husband is dead.
Well, she wasn't exactly grief-stricken, was she?
Pryor, you've got a lot to learn.
Yes, I see. Right. Well, thank you, Inspector Teal. Goodbye.
Well,
In that lovely old police phrase, Mrs. Anworth was a non-cooperative witness.
Oh, she wouldn't talk.
or couldn't.
She's holding out. She must be. She was married to Anworth for years.
Yes, I know, but how can a man be poisoned in a police station?
My dear Miss Forrest, after 15 years with Scotland Yard, believe me, anything can happen in a police station.
Bob, you think I might get something out of Mrs. Anworth?
Oh, darling, of course you could. There isn't a woman alive can resist you.
Why, thank you, Gabby, dear. You mind if I have a try?
Mind? I'd be delighted. If you can recover Miss Forrest's jewelry, the insurance company would buy it back from you with no questions asked.
Well, why don't you come along with me? We'll tackle it together.
Fine.
Simon. Oh, Simon, can I come too?
Gabby, you are adorable, and we love you. But two's company and three's a crowd. You study your next script.
I always knew that one day something like this would happen. I pleaded. I begged him to stop, but he wouldn't.
Mrs. Anworth, most of us have done things in our life which we're not very proud. Me more than most. But I don't go along with murder. And I'll do anything in my power to bring Johnny's murderer to justice. You have to help me, though.
What can I do?
Tell me about the people Johnny was associated with.
Johnny never told me anything. He was frightened.
What?
This man they call the High Fence.
Why was he afraid of him?
3 months ago, Johnny was beaten up because he tried to stop working with him. Now he's dead.
Mrs. Anworth, did you ever see the High Fence?
No.
Did Johnny ever mention him by name? Do you know who Johnny was with last night?
Yes, he was with a man named Fasten. They called him Sonny Jim.
Do you know where he lives?
No, but I have got a telephone number. Johnny wrote it on the back of a milk bill. Yes, here it is, Paddington.
May I? Yes, I can get the address from this. May I use your phone?
There's one in the hall upstairs.
Fine, I'll be right back.
Mr. Templar, how do things like this happen? It's funny. Mrs. Willis upstairs. Her husband's a bus driver. Same job for 20 years. Never had any trouble with the police, not ever. He's so mean. Johnny wasn't like that. He was nice. Little presents for no reason. He never forgot my birthday or our wedding anniversary. How can a man be as nice as that? And I don't understand it.
I got it. Here it is. 7 Gilden Road. Casey.
What do you want?
Been a change of plan.
Yeah?
Yeah. Cops got Anworth.
I don't believe it.
Picked him up at his home last night.
How?
Forest girl identified a police photograph.
But he'll talk. He hasn't the guts of a mouse. He'll spill everything he knows.
That's why I'm here. Now, here's 300 quid, right? You get the rest when the high fence has got rid of the jewelry.
300?
You get the rest in a week or two. Hide out somewhere and phone me the usual number between 9 and 10 in the morning.
Now, look.
Where's the stuff?
You wouldn't try anything, would you?
Jim, I'm your friend.
Oh, sure, you love me.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. But you can trust me completely.
Yeah, I guess I have to.
That's right. Now, you pack a bag and get out of here quick, eh? Lie low and don't talk to anybody.
There it is, number 7.
Why don't you stop?
There's an alley runs all the way down the back.
You're right.
Yes, you cover the alley. I'll go around the front.
Okay. Be careful.
Fasten, you remember me?
Sorry, Tom, you got the wrong man.
Let me refresh your memory. Where's Gabby's jewelry? Dead. You're next on the list, Fasten. My fence will kill you just as he killed Anworth. Anworth? Poisoned in the police station. You're a liar!
Go to Cozy Corner Cafe in Hatton Garden. Watch for a man in a blue coat. The lining is black and white checked.
Blue coat, black and white check lining. What about it?
Cozy Corner Cafe. Tomorrow or the day after.
All right, Templar, I'll take over the questioning.
Shut up, Pryor. Fasten. Fasten. Who's the high fence?
Never seen.
Do you know his name?
No.
He got away. I tried.
Hit me on the back of the neck. I was unconscious for 3 or 4 minutes, and And I staggered back to Fasten's house.
I should put the pair of you behind bars.
On what charge?
Interference with the police in their line of duty. You could be liable
Keep
to...
quiet. Templar's one thing. You're ex-Scotland Yard. You should know better.
Well, why don't you keep cool? You're going to do yourself an injury one of these days.
Fasten might be alive if you hadn't interfered. I've warned you before. You're not a law unto yourself. Now go home and stay out of trouble.
Thank you, Claude. And when I catch the high fence, you can have the credit.
Just once more,
Provided I get the reward.
Get out.
Remember your blood pressure.
Now, look here, Stryker. Your license as an insurance investigator is a privilege, not a divine right. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't have it revoked.
Now, look, Teal, if I had...
The Inspector Teal to you.
10 jewel robberies in 6 months. And what have the police accomplished? Nothing.
And what have you and Templar accomplished? Fasten's murder.
I hope you know what you're doing.
I make a point of it.
The Cozy Corner Cafe. Are you sure there is such a place?
It's in the directory. With a K. To all accounts, it's the place where the high fence collects stolen goods.
Oh, and Fasten said the man wore a blue coat.
With a black and white check lining.
Well, that's not very much to go on. Don't you think you should talk to the police?
Claude Eustace told me to keep away from it. And I'm obedient. Besides, I prefer to play a lone hand.
Now, what we stopped here for? Oh, charming. Come on, Simon, let's get this over with so we can go someplace decent and have a drink, huh?
Gary, eh?
What?
How many plays have you done in the West End?
Darling, I've lost count. Why?
Ever played the role of an Irish waitress?
Oh, now, Simon, you must be joking. Simon.
What did you say your name was again?
O'Brien, Mum. Katie O'Brien.
And you say you've had no London experience?
Oh, no, Mum, for just only yesterday I arrived from Dublin, but surely Eton's the same.
Thank you. Turn round. Well, I suppose beggars can't be choosers.
Oh, I'm sure I'd be pleasing you, Mum. 'Tis very willing I am.
£6 a week, 11 to 7, 2 meals. When can you start?
Well, right away if you'd be wanting it.
Take that card out of the window. What are you doing?
Oh, nothing, Mum.
That's not what you're paid for.
Sorry.
You mean to tell me Gabrielle Forrest is working as a waitress?
Yes, in a place called the Cozy Corner Cafe.
But why?
And that's what I'd like to know. Templar sits outside in her car, mind you, and watches.
Watches what?
I really don't know.
What the devil do you suppose he's up to?
Well, I haven't the foggiest idea, but the whole thing is extremely suspicious.
Yes, it certainly is. Put a man onto it to watch them.
Thank you. Oh, Simon, this has been an absolute revelation.
What has? Seeing how the working classes live?
No, the way they work, and for £6 in tips a week. My feet hurt all the way up to my hips. I feel like I walked 50 miles today.
Incidentally, we're going to have to change our signal. From where I park, I can't see you.
Well, I could always just jump up on the table and do a striptease.
Well, it's quite an idea. It will please the customers, but I don't think it's very practical.
Well, there's some artificial flowers in the window. Now, if our man comes in, I'll just move him to the other end.
No. No, when he's leaving, then I can follow him.
Okay.
Well, I certainly hope we're not wasting our time.
Oh, Simon, make up your mind. This kitchen slavery part just doesn't suit my talents.
Never mind. You can retire once you see a man with a blue coat and a black and white check lining.
Enderby Jewelry? Oh, it's you. Yes, I can. The cozy corner again? Yes, all right. I'll leave now.
Look, it's a steak really rare. I mean, I like it raw. Darling, on me word of honor. I've seen cows' hairs worse than this recovered.
All right, I'll have it, thank you.
Yes, Mum.
Oh, I've changed your mind. Is there any fish?
Yes, Mum.
Morning, Mrs. Stewart.
Morning, Mr. Enderby.
Well, oh, excuse me, Mum. Sorry, sir. Morning.
Morning. Thank you. Tomato soup, liver and bacon, and chocolate pudding. Is something wrong, young lady?
Oh, huh. No, sir. No, sir. Would you be liking chips with that?
I never eat starchy foods.
Oh, and would you like something to drink?
Tea, please.
Yes, tea. Sir? Morning, sir.
Morning. Steak kidney pie with peas and mash, please.
Oh, yes, sir. And would you want a sweet with that, sir?
No, thanks.
Thank you, sir. And would that be all, sir?
No, that's all. Thank you. Thank you. Very much.
Thank you, sir. Oh, you like chocolate, right?
Well, yes.
You enjoyed your lunch, did you? Good. The chocolate put it to your liking?
Oh, are you leaving, sir?
Who do you think you're fooling, Miss Forrest?
Mrs. Stewart, the little man that just left, the one in the bowler hat and the blue coat, he spoke to you when he came in.
What about him?
Oh, what's his name?
Mr. Enderby.
What does he do?
He owns the Enderby Jewelry Company. Why?
Where's that?
In Hatton Garden. Why? What's this all about? Miss O'Brien. Miss O'Brien, no phoning during working hours.
Mrs. Stewart, why don't you just shut up and go sample some of your own roast beef? Police!
Who are you?
A friend of Gabby Forrest's.
What you want?
Her jewelry. Now, we can do this quietly, or you can scream your head off, but you're coming with me.
Where?
To the police.
But why? What do you mean?
I'll explain on the way.
Right, I'll take those. And get this, Templar. I killed Anworth and Fasten. And one more murder won't make a scrap of difference to my future.
No, you can't.
Where's your car?
I won't have any part.
Where is it?
In the alley.
At the back?
Yes.
Right, you're driving. Move. And one false move out of you, Templar. Just one. And you're dead.
Next left. Don't move, Templar. Next right, into the garage.
Hello, Templar.
High fence.
Surprised?
Why, do I look it?
No. But you will be. Kick that rug aside, will you?
I beg your pardon?
The rug. Move it. You know, in the days of Queen Victoria, this place was a brewery. That leads directly to the main London sewer. Tomorrow, you'll be found floating in the Thames.
With a bullet in your head.
Surely the lead will make me sink.
No, you can't. You can't.
Tell me, Templar, what made you suspicious?
Your alleged beating up.
Really? I thought I was very convincing.
Yes, but nutcracker yours here doesn't work that way. Do you, Mr. Punch?
Wait. What do you mean?
He killed Fasten in cold blood and took a couple of shots at me, but you got away with a kick in the temple. Didn't add up. And then I thought back to your contempt for police efficiency. For someone who's ex-Scotland Yard, that's off-key. And there again, being an insurance investigator, that was a great help. You knew where the jewelry was and exactly how much it was worth.
Precisely. It's a pity you won't have a chance to tell anyone else, except the rats in the sewer. The silencer, just in case. And now, if you'll lift the door, please. Lift the trap, Templar.
Superman, huh? Let's see what you can do. Well, gentlemen. I'm certainly glad to see you. I thought I was going to have trouble with this one.
It's all very well, Templar, but where are the jewels?
In Sleeping Beauty's pocket.
Well, don't just stand there. Get them.
Yes, sir. Here they are, sir.
Gabby, I want you to know you were a very clever girl calling the police from the Cozy Corner Cafe.
Yes, I was rather brilliant, wasn't I?
Miss Forrest, I thought it might interest you to know that the only reason Templar is alive tonight is because I had a man watching him around the clock. That is the reason I managed to get the police car to the garage so quickly.
Claude, I'm deeply touched. And as I've been so mean to you in the past, I wish to make amends. You are to be our guest at the theater tonight.
Oh, no. You run along. I've got some work to do.
Oh, but I insist.
Well,
I insist, too.
Well, I accept.
It's a good show. We have third row store tickets. You do have the tickets, don't you, Gabby?
Simon, of course I do.
Well, you just have a look.
Yes, I have them,